Hey guys, how's it going? We are January 29th at just short of 8:30 p.m. Sun is nice and bright now. And hopefully things are going to work out better tonight. I'm still waiting for this bug fix or whatever they're coming out with. I'm just looking around Barstow right now, just seeing where we're at. There's really no locals. I believe the last instructions I saw were that from Chris that this was being cleared out, so that's cool. Might be able to do some locals. I'm just not in the mood to run Barstow tonight. I don't know. I think I just might get into a train and run around. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure what I want to do at this point yet, so. Okay, so I don't have the DS passwords on. So let's see where we're at here. Looks like stuff's starting to move now. Do, do, do. The yard entry's blocked up in 11s. And well, let's see here. So let's just see what's going on. There's 2 open tracks, and I think at the moment there's 2 trains now. Hopefully that holds. Because if that holds, then that means my Monday's available. And maybe, just maybe, I'll get some work done. But at the moment, I don't really feel like doing it. So we got one release, Bartol, at 7:30. Okay, so he's ready to go. Again, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't know if I want Amtrak or not. So I got Bartol coming out. What's the Needles looking like? I mean, I could. At least we can see the trains. That's the good thing about running Barstow. During the day, you can see the trains pretty good. I don't have to worry about the signals so much, so maybe I will. I don't know. I'm not. If so, I'm not going to run too much, I don't think. Let me just take a quick look one more time. Some days I feel like doing something, other days I'm just like, eh. It's not too bad, actually. I don't know where everything is at the moment. Oops. Other than Boron here. Looks like it crashed, or it was open. The resave looked like it came in the middle of a hump. Or the last bit of a hump, I'm not too sure. So there's a bunch of cars that are just sitting down at the end. Let's see here. Okay, now we cooking here. Once again, I'll just look into the registry here and see what we've got. Oops, going the wrong way. That's what I wanted. Lots of Bakersfield stuff. So it's currently in the process of being cleared out. I'm just trying to figure that one out exactly. I know, probably reading the forum here I would have been able to find out, but if there's more bridge traffic possibly. I'm not too sure what we're in. Okay, we are in bridge. It's not much. Wouldn't take too much to get rid of that. I think what I will do Are we missing a dispatcher or something? Yeah, well, I could have dispatched tonight, but I thought they were both taken. All right. So we got one departure. Just leaving now. On time. .30 departure. Okay. So I'll leave that in the background for now. I could go into the forum and see what... I know there was some local jobs. That's a possibility. So with that in mind, what happens is... I gotta go up here so I don't click on anything. What happens there is if there is particular local jobs, generally you start seeing it here pop up. I'm gonna go to Sunday. Sometimes it'll pop up here. Many opportunities out of Bakersfield, both Bakersfield, Mojave. Okay, so that's in the registry. I'm going to take a look at the... So with that in mind, I'll go into the forum for a minute. I'll take a look at Bakersfield. But there's also the registry, which should be generally January 27th. I think it's BNSF Bakersfield. Okay, all work's been completed. Bakersfield. Looks like we're in the registry for this one. I don't see anything else. Because I think they mentioned that too. I'll take one last. That's 4 days ago. I'm not going to worry about that then. Okay, so generally you can look in here and it should have information. First of all, you want to see who's doing what. At the F2, we got skis running 906J. There's a grain train. So 906J is the one that's running right now. Ski's got. So he's got the SJVR side. LS 906J. Let me double check that. Yep. Okay, so that's pretty much all that's going on there. These two are released as mentioned as well. I like this look ahead thing, that's kind of cool. Let me see what UP Bakersfield looks like. Lots of stuff by the looks of it. So we got sorting. Okay, so LS913L, Paramount Local has been released. Update the status on duty. Okay. It's interesting. It's at Mojave. So, I'm looking at them, I'm thinking. Just double check. Alright. So, I'm not too sure about those. I think I'll stay away from Bakersfield. Let's see what's going on in San Bernardino. No work needed. Processing. West Colton. Well, it's done it for me. I'm looking at the locals, just seeing what kind of. Normally, if you know, it'd be Barstow or something like that. Problem with me on weekends is I don't have enough time to really go in and get a really good idea as to what I want to do. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stick with Barstow here as a backup. But now I'm looking at main lines. So that's what, yeah, you generally do. Now, there's a lot there. There's a lot of potential for different things. I just didn't see something that appealed to me. Not helping out anybody, but then again, that's what you got the other stuff for, and there's other people there. So nothing appealed to me. It's been like that lately. Just certain things don't appeal to me. And there's one local out there anyways, so it's not like they don't have locals. Let's see here. What is that? I've been running so many Bakersfield trains, and I'm seeing some traffic. What's here? What is here? I saw something. It's the Amtrak. I saw something on the line. Coming up to the switch, at least. What do we got? Stack train, huh? Kind of tempting. I haven't run a fast one lately, so it's kind of tempting. So is back bar. If that's available, I gotta double check that. Of course, with back bar, there's no room for it, but then again, it isn't gonna make it tonight anyways. So that's kind of tempting. But like I said, I've been running so many different. I've been running a lot lately on Bakersfield. We're going to that one section, There goes the passenger train. So that was another one that was offered up as well. I will pick something very soon, or else my night's going to be over. Let's see here. This is... Ooh. What's here? Is that one? Yeah. I think I can't remember. It's been a while. That's Global 2. Okay, I don't want you. What do you guess? Looks kind of cool. You. Ah, okay. I found my train. I don't think I have to do anything other than get my butt to Bakersfield. Figures. Figures. Dang it. Unreal. Just bunching up. Better be bunching up. Or bunching back, I should say. Well, this is the one I want, so I am going to switch on over. And that's the thing, you know, you want to, if you got something in mind, you got certain ideas, but you're not sure. Hello. That scared me. I'm like, what? I'm looking at stuff, all of a sudden I'm like, okay. So channel 14. So I haven't run this one. 14. And then we Tony Dispatcher. And then we have some fun. Yeah, I haven't done Cajon Pass in a while, so that'll be a fun one. Then you go up to the news section too, so we'll see how far I get. 8:51. I'll try to stay up a little later tonight, but I'm not going to overdo it. If I was dispatching, I'd do the whole thing, but since I'm not dispatching, I'm just going to have some fun and wait and see how it goes and take it from there. I don't even know where the hell I am. Slover? Yeah, okay. Need to take a look at my switches here and remember what's what. Cabin lights, we can turn those off. Turn those off. I can't even see those. Oh, okay, we don't need any of those lights. Only light we need is that little red thing. But I see a train in front of me. So I'm just letting them know I'm here, so we got a bit of a wait. Oh, I'm moving. All right. So I'll take a quick look at the traffic and then looks a little busy. Somewhat busy. What's it gonna look like there? I got one's going east, and we have got diddly squat on the cutoff, but yeah. Might not be too busy, but what about Needles? Yeah, Needles might have some work. That's what I like about this section of the route. You got, once you join up, you can see some action below you. So it's kind of cool. I didn't feel like doing Barstow tonight, and I mean the good thing about that is now if something spawns in, which is the lower probability. Well, I shouldn't say it's a lower probability, but if something was to spawn in Cajon, then it could get interesting. Because we've got 4 hours, so if something was to spawn now Needles, he will make it, but he's got room on main 3 to hold. So he doesn't have to worry about getting into Barstow. There's only 2 tracks available. Like I said, I'm not in the mood. I had time earlier today. I just couldn't get into it again. It happens. It's not. It has nothing to do with what do you call it? It really doesn't have anything to do with anything. If that makes sense. It doesn't. I don't know. I got into my YouTube thing tonight, and I didn't feel like going on because I knew I was going to be on for a few hours. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew I wasn't dispatching. That part I knew. And that was something I was kind of going to go for, but then again, like I said, I hadn't posted. So, it's a first come, first serve thing. So, I did, I don't know what I'm doing Wednesday either. Or Tuesday. Thursday I know. I'm dispatching on Thursday, so I know that. But on Tuesday I decided that I'm going to do something else because it's midweek, so and who knows what will be available by then, so I'm not impressed with all the locals in Barstow, let's put it that way. It's a bit of a drag. I start my real job tomorrow again, so not to say that I'm very busy at work, because I'm not, so it's not going to be stressful or anything. I was supposed to do some finances today and I didn't. I may do them tomorrow too. I don't know. We'll see. Because I really cutting a lot of expenses as of late. I suppose I should get a track or route map out. That don't matter. Who cares? Problem is I forget where I am. Well, there's supposed to be those little signy things. Alrighty, here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. So I got a 30 limit. I'm not going to get anywhere near that right now. I'll turn the ding ding off. Do I have a light on the back or an EOT? Okay. So I might play around in Barstow tomorrow. We'll see. Or if not, I might do it. I might do it Tuesday night too. Do you have any clouds other than those little stupid little clouds? That's the only thing I don't like about this pause clock is time so slow to progress. I mean, it does progress, but That's what I wanted. Looks smoggy looking, but kind of. Yeah. Oh. Not even throttled up yet. Nice sunny day, as usual. Well, we're in the middle of summer, so. Saying I have some of these sleep issues sometimes during the week, or the beginning of the week actually. It almost started today. I mean, I'm still. It was weird. I guess I had a really good night's sleep Friday night. Sun's here, of course. So I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock, which is kind of normal for me during the week. I almost acted as if it was a work day. I kind of felt that way Friday when I got up, and then I went right back to bed, and I was, fell asleep right away. But today was a little different. It took me a little bit to get back to sleep to calm myself down because I don't know. It could be the anxiety of knowing that, I only had so much time left with my son, and then I'd be back. Whoa, Jesus, Murphy. How much power does this thing have? I didn't expect that. That thing's just swinging wildly too. Look at that thing. What the hell? Okay, am I losing it here? Okay, I am going uphill. That's a good thing. I was beginning to wonder. I guess it's back a little further. There, now we're going now. That's why I had a little extra throttle. I was surprised it took off as quick as it did. I thought it was a bigger grade. Okay, now we're getting into the climb. That was weird. Either that or I just dropped the throttle too quick and then it just started. It was unexpected, whatever the hell it was. It felt like I was going downhill. I was like, what? I am going north, right? Yeah, I am. Okay, there I am. See? Following the train. I see a lot of other traffic out there, so that's a good sign. Holy crap, now I'm going up a hill. I literally, I don't know, that was just weird. I don't ever recall that happening on this section. Either I totally misjudged the grade, it was going down for a minute. It was just weird. Dispatchers, 3, Tony just came on. And we will get up to notch 8 now. That's bright out. That's cool. Wow. Goodies for Bakersfield. Now and then I just take a look and see what's happening. I don't expect too much opposition by the looks of things. Again, I don't know what's going on down there, but I mean the most fun I'm gonna have, what I may end up doing is I may clear out a bit of Barstow. I'll see if that other one's a bridge. I don't know what that one in yellow is. There, I might be able to clear out one more line. We'll see. Oh, there's the odds. So yeah, I was a little, I don't know, it was like 6 o'clock. I woke up and I was like, it's almost like I'd like to say panic. I start worrying about things like I don't worry about stupid, I don't know, I guess I do worry about stupid things. I don't worry about what would be common thing, like worry about the job, or worry about, something to do with my son, or stuff like that. It's just weird. Generally, I worry about time.
UP Detective Milepost 486.8.
So whenever I do go to bed, provided, I've not, had massive amounts of, like if I woke up at, noon or something like that, I'd have a hard time sleeping. But, I mean, I woke up this morning. My son actually woke me up at 8 o'clock. I was like, what the heck are you doing? And he's usually a pretty good sleeper. He likes staying up late. And he likes staying up late. He's like me. He likes staying up late, and he actually does like getting up late. He's like me too. I do generally like to get up late. Of course, with a job that doesn't happen, and then of course my body and my mind starts playing tricks on me. Especially towards the beginning of the week. I kind of calm down as the week goes. But like I said, it started today. I don't even know if you call it insomnia. It's a form of insomnia, but it's not your traditional, you can't sleep insomnia. It's not traditional, sorry. It's the insomnia that comes on when you basically, I think they call it disturbed sleep or something like that. So basically what happens is you can't get back to sleep. You're too close to having a full night's sleep, but you're not quite ideally there. Now, I wasn't too bad actually today. I had 6 hours, so I was debating whether or not at one point it was around 6 a.m. I went to bed at midnight. I'm debating to myself, should I get up? So that's what I'm looking at that. Just reading the text there for a minute.
UP detector milepost 486.8. No defects. No defects. Total axles 396. Train speed 20. mph. Ambient temperature 74 degrees. UP detector out.
So it took me a good 15 to 20 minutes to calm down. I ended up going to the washroom, I think twice or some stupid thing like that. I needed to calm my mind down because it was just like it felt like a work day for me, or the start of the week. And sometimes, it really depends. A lot of times I'm calm on a Sunday morning. Then sometimes I start prematurely getting a little anxiety that builds in. And like I said, I love my job. I really do. Got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with anxiety of not having enough sleep. And I've proven time and time again that I can go with very little sleep and it's not going to affect my job. And then I'd remind myself to stuff like, I'm going to have an easy week next week. I really am. So that I shouldn't be stressing out on silly things like this. So like I said, it took about 15 and 20, and I was that close to getting up. I was, that's when you start debating yourself. It's just like, okay, should I get up? And I'm thinking, nah, Emmett, he's gonna sleep till like 9 o'clock or something like that. And I fell back to sleep. I convinced myself that, yeah, he's gonna, and that's normally what happens on a weekend when I'm with my son. I know he's gonna sleep. Now, mind you, on Saturday mornings we get up. He had a karate tournament on Saturday. Which was first one actually. They have they have the katas where they do their little dance or whatever the heck he is. Like he's a half yellow belt right now. And he got first place for 8 years olds in kata, which was kind of cool. In sparring, and he sparred before, and he's never, with the exception when he first started spawning, he wasn't getting his kicks high enough, so he was warned, and then he was told that he couldn't kick. Well, he's very careful. Right? He's very cautious, and he doesn't, he's not out to hurt anything. He's not wild or anything like that. His first strike was a kick. Yeah, he hit the kid right in the guts of the kid, like, ow! I'm like, oh no. Because in sparring, you're not supposed to be hurting. I mean, obviously he's not trying to hurt him. He's just basically trying to use his moves. And of course they stopped for a second. And he got a warning. He didn't get disqualified or anything. He actually, I think, he won that bout, but he could have got disqualified. And it was the only person in the entire competition. He ended up getting third place in the sparring, so that was kind of cool. He won. I think he won 2 and lost 1. So that worked out pretty good. I felt so. I didn't feel so. The kid was fine. The kid was just being. Honestly, the kid was being a baby. That's the truth. And some kids are like that. My kid, he would have took that and just he don't care. He's like. but you know, it was marginal. I think he would have been fine. The only problem was my son doesn't want to hurt anybody, and he feels he's not aggressive as it is, and then all of a sudden, and I tried to get him to be a little bit more aggressive. You know, go for the ball in soccer, or you know, I tried to encourage him, and then right away the first shot he took, I'm like, no. I'm like, oh no. I was like, damn it, you gotta be aggressive, but can't be too aggressive either, right? I'm like, oh, poor kid. Of course. I don't care. I started tonight. There was only two, and then I noticed there was one in Bakersfield. I'm like, yeah, well, that one that don't matter. That one isn't gonna make it to Barstow. I saw that one, but yeah. So I actually I didn't feel like I said I didn't feel sorry for the kid. I mean, not to say that I don't want my kid to hurt somebody, but I felt he was fine. He was just overreacting to getting a little bit of a hit. I felt sorry for my son because that was the first shot, and I knew he was gonna be cautious, like overly cautious the rest of it, and that just threw him right out of his rhythm. And I told him, I said, Emmett, I said, don't let that get to you. It was an accident. Oh, cool. Here's a train. Got one here coming up on. He's probably going to be going faster than us. That's cool. Nice. Oh, is that one coming down, or is that another one going up still? Or no, sorry, that's the cargo. Cool. Oh, is that the end of them right there? There it is. BNSF. Oh, obviously. Well, it should be anyways. On the weekends, so I ain't worried about it. Yeah, and that was in the instructions, like Chris put. The bowl needs to be cleared. You got bridge mode stuff that had to get out. I even saw that. That was the first thing I looked at. I was like, okay, take a look at the bowls, bridge stuff. Yeah. So, what's this conversation about Barstow going on here, anyways? I already mentioned the one train, and I said just throw it off to the side. The other one that comes from Bakersfield is not going to make it tonight. So you got two open tracks. You got one coming. I'm reacting to trying to figure out what the conversation is going on. As far as instructions or something like that. Basically, it doesn't really. That's the thing. It really doesn't take much instructions. If you're familiar with Barstow, you take a look. It's like I saw that and I was just like, okay, there's 2 open tracks, 2 trains coming in. You'll see how many trains are coming in, and then that the bowl needed to be cleared. And I was like, okay. And I looked at that and I thought, all right, we got a little bit of clearing to do, and then I thought, do I really want to do that and just hump tonight? And I'm like, no, not really. Some nights there's some nights I wanna, other nights I just don't. And I was just like, back to 14 here. No, I saw a conversation going on about Barstow. It sounded like there was an alarm going on about something. Concern or something like that. So we've got a Bakersfield coming from our back bar. I saw him when I was looking at Bakersfield to see if I was going to take. I was actually thinking about taking that train, and I thought, nah, I've taken too many across the mountains as of late. Oh, that's why. I wonder why the conversation was happening there. Because I saw it coming across and I was telling my story, and then I was like, there seemed like to be some type of concern other than the announcement. As I said, I wanted to know what trains were coming just in case, but that was cool. So yeah, anything that comes off the Needles can be piled up in Main 3. We're getting closer to a point where it likely won't make it. It's not quite there just yet. He's got plenty of support. So, anyways, get that. I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah. So yeah, I felt okay. I felt sorry for my kid, but that ended up working out pretty good. So yeah, we were up. We went to bed. I think we went to bed at 11:30 that night. So that went pretty good. I think we had 8-9 hours sleep. things were working out pretty good then. Friday nights into Saturday, and that's the weird thing is, I know I have to get up at a certain time, but I usually know it's late enough that it's not going to be critical. So if I have to, 6 o'clock in the morning, if I have to get up to use the washroom, which is kind of common, I don't seem to, my mind doesn't seem to worry about it. Because I know generally, I'm not saying all the time, but majority of the time it doesn't really faze me. I'll go back to sleep. I mean, by that time, the other thing too is a lot of things happen during the week, especially when I'm running on sessions. The sessions, I'm usually pushing myself too far, honestly. So tonight I was looking at it and I was like, I knew I wasn't going to be dispatching it, based on the bids. So I thought, that's okay, I could use just a normal night's sleep and see how it goes. And I saw the bids for Tuesday and Thursday and I thought, okay, so Tuesday doesn't look like I'm dispatching either, so that's going to be another normal night. And Thursday I'll push myself. So I'd prefer maybe to start doing that. I certainly don't, because if I'm doing 3 nights, then I definitely need some assistance at that point. Because doing it for 3 nights in a row, not 3 nights in a row, but 3 nights, like a Sunday, a Tuesday, and a Thursday, is really asking for it. Although right now I'm not that busy at work, so I'm not worried about being tired. Because I'd actually rather be tired at work right now, just so that I can, so I can be a little bit slower, I guess. If that makes sense. Not to be lazy, but that's just, I'm not worried about not having enough sleep, but still my mind tends to go that way. It's really weird. It's like sleep anxiety. I don't know what the hell you call it. So, yeah, it was just today, all of a sudden, I was like, it was just weird. Normally I'm like, my kid's gonna go back to sleep. Well, so what happens is, at the time, I'm building up anxiety a little bit and trying to get back to sleep. Trying to calm myself down and think, okay, you can get back to sleep, you got plenty of time. Your son's not gonna get you up early. You're gonna have plenty of time to sleep. He's, everything's gonna be cool. And what happens just before 8 o'clock? He wakes me up, and at that point I could, I was in a deep sleep at that point again. And I was like, no. I said, Emmett, you haven't even had 8 hours sleep. The kid's 8 years old. He hasn't had 8 hours sleep. I wanted him to go to bed at 11 last night, but he was basically convincing me that he wanted to stay up and play Railroad Tycoon 2, which we basically played most of the weekend except for karate and soccer. And he was like, he wanted. I tried to convince him to go to bed earlier so he can get up earlier. What did he end up doing is he went to bed at midnight. He woke up before 8, and he wanted up. And of course, what did he want to do? He wanted to play Railroad Tycoon. I'm like, oh jeez. I said, this is kind of crazy too, because this Railroad Tycoon thing is his big thing now. He's not interested in anything else. He is addicted to that thing. It's addictive. I was actually reading the manual tonight, which they actually used to have instruction manuals. It was really cool. And I was reading the manual tonight. I'm like, man, it's like a 60-page manual. Of course, I'm trying to figure out a few little details. Like, I don't know if you guys, maybe you can, if you're actually that bored and watching it, or whatever, but like my company's actually doing pretty good right now. I'm actually, I don't know if I'm at the expert level, but I'm actually at the hard economy level, or the complex economy level, and I'm sitting around. I'm basically I got the biggest railroad for sure. Definitely got the biggest railroad. Now, mind you, my net value, my own personal wealth, is actually second last because I didn't buy enough stock at the beginning. Everybody started buying stock for me, so I'm trying to do buybacks so that I can bring back stock in. I've tried to take over a couple companies or try to do a merger with a couple companies, and of course I can't get it high enough, and I'm sitting around $10-11 million half the time anyways, and making a ton load of money. And say what? West Colton Barstow spawned. I was gonna say what? Oh man. I've said it a couple times. Just bring it to being 3. You don't need to tie up sidings. Sidings you need for the grain trains and all that other stuff that gets in the way. You don't want to tie up sidings. Yeah, that's one that I didn't see it. I guess I got to pay attention to what's going on. Problem with West Colton Bar is it's coming, as I was saying, it's coming down here. We're 9:34 Eastern right now. We're like 3.5 hours away. If he just came out of West Colton, then he's got nowhere to go. Unfortunately. 52. I got a 92 coming. See, when you've got, what do we got here? Needles, you got all those sidings. Those basically you want to hold those off for your grains or anything else that comes in. Even a smaller or a slower intermodal train, sometimes you'll throw in there, or an auto train or whatever, to get a Z around, or I use those all the time. Sometimes I use the second track. I'll cross them over. But you don't want to tie those up, because those are definitely useful, and that's sometimes the only, if you tie up one of those sidings for storage, you're asking for trouble, because you'll end up having trains that are just going to be following each other, especially coming out between West Needles and East Goffs. That's one of the worst ones. Definitely want to get stuff into West Goss. Sometimes you have to use Abyss when you can. Sometimes you run around. You have an eastbound, and all of a sudden he'll hop over to track 2. You have a westbound going into the siding just to get around another one that's on track, track 1, and then the other one in track 2. So you have three train meets. But the place. See it. So yeah, the Barstow, once you get to West Daggett, you've got 3 blocks between West Daggett and East Barstow. I like to store them there. It's the only real place that I can think of that really doesn't get too much of a traffic disruption. Generally, they're right outside Barstow. By the time they get there, they're only going to be sitting there for an hour, and then you can always, it'll either be ready to yard entry or you'll know, so everything will be fine. I mean, in theory, they could be entered between sessions. I don't worry too much about it. I just make sure that I know what trains I have available. I knew tonight I'd be pushing it by not doing anything at Barstow. But at the same time, I got a bunch of locals which aren't needed. Nothing's urgent. Even the stuff that's in the bowl right now, there's not much. There's one train that's a mix, or it's a local, but not a local. Yeah, I guess you could say a local that came back, or a local train coming back, which could have bridge and local. I forget which one it has, but I think it It has mostly bridge stuff too, so that can be humped probably. But I haven't taken a good look at it. But that's the options. The Cajon sub, that's a totally different story. The only thing you got on a Cajon sub to hold you back is siding at Martinez, or you run them around. You turn basically any section between either baseline, Vertimont, Kenbrook, Cajon. You actually turn one of them into a single track section and you hold a train. I prefer to use Martinez. I don't think it's that big of a deal because the traffic that's coming out, generally westbounds are going to be on the opposite track. By the time you get to Summit, you don't really need it because you're going downhill. I think Summit's more of an old crew change, so it's not too bad. Looks like I got an intermodal behind me. Somebody's following yellows. Cool thing about this is I can see one's behind me. He's following yellows, but I don't know what's going up ahead. So I don't know the signal up ahead, so I could go into canyon or be overtaken, or I could keep going. Don't know. Yeah, I have no problem sleeping tonight. Well, I never have problems falling asleep. Like I said, it's just that wake up thing. And despite my kid waking me up, I still had like 7.5 hours sleep, so it was alright. But it was weird. I was at that point where I was back to a deep sleep, and no anxiety, no thinking, no worrying. It's a very strange feeling. Most of the stuff out there for sleep support and stuff like that, it's all stuff that helps you get to sleep. And I was like, I don't need that crap. Most of it, most of it don't work for me. Oh, is there one coming? No, there's a tree. Most of it doesn't work for me. Well, it does, but in the sense that, yeah, it's going to help you fall asleep faster, which really doesn't matter because I fall asleep fine. It's, by the time 6 hours wears out, it's worn off. So if I'm getting up in the middle of the night, go to the washroom, and then the anxiety kicks in, the anxiety's going to override whatever stupid medication I'm on. There was some stuff out that's supposed to help you get back to sleep in the middle of the night or some stupid thing like that, but then they have the recommendations saying, yeah, you're not supposed to drive a vehicle for 6 hours and all of that stuff, which is like, well, okay, well, what's the point? And it used to be worse in jobs I hated. Jobs I hated, or when I had to commute quite a bit, I didn't like that. I like the daylight, I can't see the signals until I get up to it. Green so far. was hoping to see a little bit more traffic down here. Been a long time since I've been down here in a daylight run. Oh yeah. What's going on the other subs? Ooh, that's different. Where'd he come from? Yeah, he didn't take that long. Wow. That's the one from Mojave, man. He's rolling. You'll see him in no time. Actually, there's two. Well, that's cool. Nice to see. There. When's the next signal? 1.4 miles ahead. I gotta get another stack. Be back. Oh, that grade crossing, yeah. Alright, fine. Get the grade crossing, then I'll grab a snack. Sand on just in case. That's a cool shot. Love the brightness of the sun. That's neat. The fog's dissipated or whatever. Okay, now we go. Alrighty. Is that the guy behind me? I think it is. Half a mile to the next signal. Hopefully they'll have some patches out soon for this too. Friday we were running into some pretty bad issues. Oh, I see stuff. Oh, there's some. A couple ones. It's interesting. Oh, the bar walk. Bar one, and then we got a looks like an intermodal train is sitting there. That's interesting. Not being put in a siding, huh? I was surprised by that. I just follow the signals. Do what I'm told. That's interesting. What's going on there? Well, he came to a stop all of a sudden. Kind of surprised to see that. Take a look. See if I can make heads or tails out of anything here. Oh, I see what's going on now. Did I miss one at Cajon? Or is everything just piled up? Oh, something moving. I heard something squeal. Oh, there goes the bar wad again. Traffic. Two detectors squawking at each other. That's funny. So he stopped. They must be really congested. Interesting. What's it looking like behind me now? Not right on my tail. It's close, but not quite. He must be veering off soon, or I'm gonna run into some congestion. Something's going through. Saw something. There he goes. I wonder if he's behind a manifest or something. interesting. You get the control signals and they have to wait for them. But the intermediates, they'll actually come right up on your tail. It's really neat how they do that. But at the speed he's going, I take it he was stopped at the controlled signal. There he is. What's that over there? Oh, here comes another one down. Looking interesting. An S leader. Look, he had cars on the other side. I guess not. That's cool. A lot of these shots I have not seen. I remember, I think the last time, I don't think I've run this section with AI. I really don't recall. Maybe it's been, this might be the first run I've actually taken under version 2 with AI. 0.4 for the next one. I know I saw one coming. Figures I'm going to curve away. Oh, I spoke too soon. I saw another one. Ooh, I got an approach. Oh, interesting. I got a train. This is cool. Oh yeah, South Canyon now. I thought I saw another one coming. This is what I was hoping for, some congestion down here. Not so much congestion, but just some traffic moving beside me. That's kind of neat. I thought I saw another one going the other way, but I guess not. I don't know what the hell I saw that. That's cool. Alright, so what we got here? 6,000 footer. Funky. Oh yeah, this is where it divides. So maybe I did see another train on the other, going the other way. Oh, I see something way. Oh, that's him way over there. Around the curve. That's cool. Don't have to even zoom now. Yeah, let's look up the below. That's an awesome horseshoe. Sometimes meets are cool and everything, but just to see that. Not to mention I got an approach signal too coming up, so there is some congestion up ahead for me. There's guys getting on and off, I think, coming up ahead. That's awesome. Wow. I don't recall seeing anything like that. Gotta watch my speed coming up here. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, that's me. I'm looking at these trains. I'm like, no, that's me. That's not anybody else. else. Heck. Still on an approach, so I should be able to stall it. It's nice to be able to pace this baby. Tech, you know, this really isn't playing a service because an AI could run it to Bakersfield. I'm not going to run it, obviously, I'm not running it all the way to Bakersfield. In theory, next session I could run it, which I might just do it. I haven't run a train on a full. Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not going to be running too much later tonight, so I doubt it. But I might be able to take control of it or do a utility later. Because I can't see myself going too late tonight. Not with 3 hours left. Oh, there's a train down there. Stop signal. Looks like it is stop. Let's see if I can stall it. Thought I was going to stall 4. Might stall 3. Oh, here comes another one. Yeah. Did I stall it? Oh, right on. I didn't expect him to be there. Nice. That explains why the guy didn't overtake me. Hey, green train. Almost like a green train. Yeah, right. He's still coming, so I'll be back. I didn't miss anything, huh? Oh, interesting train. So we had a lot of green cars and then reefers. That's strange. Huh. I didn't expect that. Okay. Let's see what happens. There we go. see another train coming down the hill. I could be wrong. Well, it's the bridge, isn't it? One thing I've never done is pass a train on the flyover. Something I'll have to try to accomplish eventually in this. Back up to full throttle. Let's take a look ahead. See what traffic's looking like. That must have been the one coming from thing. Oh, maybe not. He must. Oh, he came off of. He came off of the through Yermo, I think. So I still have a couple. Southbound. He's got probably the second one coming out of Mojave. Yeah, I was wondering what was happening too. And this is like I said, you follow the signals and you don't know exactly what's happening other than following the signals. And I was thinking the guy behind me was going to either I was have to move over, or he was going to pass me, and then it didn't happen. I was like, I guess he's not that close to me, or whatever, or they're just riding on his butt. But like I said, you don't know what's going on, and in real life, you don't know what's going on unless the dispatcher tells you or you ask, and so, I mean, once I saw the approach signal, I thought, oh, this is interesting. Either I was following somebody still, and I couldn't tell, but I was following somebody at one point, but he was way ahead of me. So I thought maybe he couldn't get on to BNSF. That was my thinking. I was coming up to him, and I was just like, no. You got a train coming right at you off of BNSF. I'm like, oh. Surprise, surprise. So that's the kind of thing I like about AI and running. I think I call it the guilty pleasure of running mainline trains. As long as, I was looking at the work and I was like, yeah, there's a bunch of work and what have you. Barstow. I might do it. I might do it tomorrow. I might do it the next day. Who knows? We'll see. What's that? Oh, where did it go? What's that? That's my great grandson. Curious what the rest is going to look like. Got one southbound cable crossover by the looks of it. I don't know what the rest is. It looks like a little bit of traffic, but I don't think it will last that long. This doesn't look too bad. Who knows what's going on there? Ooh, two trains in you. Yes, it is. Definitely the viewing place tonight. Been a nice little show. Is that my train still behind me? I imagine it is. Yeah. Well, there's the meat behind me. There's the grain train, and the train. What do I got behind me? It looks like another manifest train. I can't tell for sure. Looks like it. Oh, they're pretty bright colors, so who knows? It's kind of cool. Just got a glimpse of that one. Yeah. Come on, baby. Give me the view. There you go. That's the end of them. That's the end of the one on the siding that I just met. And there's the guy coming behind me. He's just getting some more signal. That one. I missed him. It's kind of neat seeing the train that's behind you. So I picked a good one tonight, actually. I wasn't too sure at first. It was a little quiet, but then there's a tunnel there. Let's see if I can anybody coming in. What the hell? Oh, okay. Funky. Funky. Ooh, one coming up at Highland. Nice. I don't know what the heck. Am I on the advanced to Highland South? I'm not even sure what the hell that's called. I guess that's not what the hell is it called? Oh, Silverwood. That'd be a cool place to see a train all of a sudden come out and see the smoke. Wouldn't that be something? Saw the other track for a minute there. Oh, there was one. Dang it.
DNSS detector milepost 58.6
Just missed him.
main 2.
He must have just reappeared just beyond the. Where is it here? There we go. He must have just appeared. Yeah. What's interesting is he's on the opposite track too. Or wait a minute, no, he would be anyways. Usually he'd be. Not always. Oh, that's sweet. Back in the cab. many people we got running? Oh, okay. That was just duplicating.
BNSS detector milepost 5.
See, it's losing its losing its communications because it's repeating where we are. You can tell it's losing the communication because it's duplicating the information.
Temperature 81 degrees out.
So we've got 8 at Tony's is just putting his kids to bed. Otherwise, we got 8 people and approach diverging at Highland. Wow. Here comes one. Aha. I gotta get to see him. I don't know if I'll get to see him beside me, but well, hard to say here. Highland, and then it kind of, you get a little shot right there. Oh, that's never mind. There he is. My tail end right now. That's cool. Lots of manifests. Oh, that's oh, I bet you that's the, what do you call it? West Colton Bar? That's my guess. Be interesting to see where he goes. If he's going up to Martinez. I was gonna say Barstow isn't gonna have room, I don't think. If they come out of Mojave, you can use a siding or two. It's not too bad. Needles isn't too bad. As long as track 3's open, you can hold 3 trains. It's Cajon Sub, which is the difficult one. How's the ping now? Just a little high. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Zone. The counter going. Can't remember if I've run on this section past Highland. I know I've ran in some of it, but I don't know if I've run in all of it. I wouldn't mind getting to Mojave tonight. That'd be a bonus. Another train down there. Coal train or something, or gondola. Bear table. Cool. Gotta watch my speed now. Well, the other one's coming up too. Well, there's the siding right there. Be enough of that, hard to say. Okay. Let's see if I get. Yeah, I got a siding switch up ahead. I forget if it's a 40 siding or not. Just gonna keep it going because I do have added diverging clears, so which means I'm routed around them. Then we get into oh wow, already up to 36. That didn't take long. Ski's coming. Wow. Didn't take long. I guess the grade is over. We're at the summit. Have to pay attention a little bit more down this stretch here. Is this where it used to end right there? Like right here or something, went into a mountain or something. Pretty sure that's where it ended. Because we had the siding. Yes, this is all new track here. Speed control on, not to suggest that I'm gotta keep an eye on going downhill too. I don't know if that's prototypical or not, or if that's just for the humps, or even if that's prototypical. I imagine it is. It's got a nice cool blue color to it. I don't know. It's a cool feature. what these industries are. Like, what the hell is that? Like a powerhouse or something? Looks like a power plant. See how much I know about this area. It's cool. It's got a color light on the one side. And that's a neat signal. Never noticed that before. So I had a color light target, and then I had an approach, or well, maybe it wasn't. Actually, it could have been. I don't know. I don't know what that was, to be quite honest. I've never ran a train that way. It looked like an approach. It looked like a color light target, Vader, and then an approach signal, approach, searchlight target below. I wish I could read those mileposts. Oh, we're going downhill. That's where I wish the speed control would start applying dynamics or something. That'd be kind of cool. Remember this section, which is interesting because I thought I'd been on the whole section. I guess not. I can still hear a BNSF detector. That's why. I don't remember the. I don't remember this here. It's interstate. Cool. Oh, I'm 55 now. When the hell did that change? I don't remember going by a 55 sign. Alright, fine. Since I can rumble now. I was in the 40 zone. I don't remember seeing the 55, so I must have been looking around too much. I was wondering why I was still in the 40. It makes sense to me.
MP
Ski's coming my way. What's the next one I'm coming up to here? Fella. So there's one of those. That's a weird looking signal. Oops. Now that was totally searchlight signals, which is interesting. So you have some Vader heads on the top, and then you have, I don't know if that's just the intermediates. Oh, no, he'll know. of the devil. He's got an advanced approach. Looks like I'm getting the main. In fact, after I meet this train, I might call it. Because this line's putting me to sleep. As much as I want to get through it, I'm actually tired. That's cool. I've been at Palmdale. I don't know about the rest, but at least now I know. Well, maybe it is Palmdale I've been to, so.
UP detector milepost 446.6.
Is this thing gonna go fast as hell again? Must be because it was going over the speed limits. Yeah, this line can make you really sleepy quick.
UP detector milepost
It's nice though.
446.6. No defects. No defects. Total axles 396. Train speed 52 mph. Ambient temperature 82.
Well, there is a train in Highland,
UP detector out.
so I can't wait too long. no problem falling asleep at night. I can fall asleep watching YouTube if I'm that bored or tired or whatever. And then would be I'll go to bed and maybe get 6 hours. I'll wake up around 6 a.m. and yeah, I should be okay for 5. What's that? Is that a river? What the hell? They got a river down here too? Holy crap. Man, I definitely have. I don't think I have been. I've flown through it, but I don't think I recall seeing that. I've definitely been beside the track that has the other line or whatever, Metrolink. So that's up at Highland. That's up at Palmdale. I've seen that. I like the hydro poles. It's kind of cool. Fall metal. Different signal too. Tested out every different signal type they can find. Those are the signal types I remember on here. Not those other interesting ones we had back there. It was weird. Not to say that those are kind of weird too, but. That's another manifest that's behind me. Oh, crap. Dang it. I would have had another train, but I ain't gonna make it. As much as I would love to. This is where somebody, if they don't have that much time, they can just come on, take a train, and have some fun. Sam, going downhill. Doesn't seem that big of a grade. Mind you, I'm not where he's at yet. Is that the same hydro pulse from earlier? It looks like it. It's kind Okay, he's going on the siding and wash as we figured. I must be getting close to the intermediate before. Oh, there's those signals again. Yeah, they do them for the intermediates. That's weird. Might have a running meet. He's going in, so we'll see. I'm trying to keep it going as much as I can. Too sure how I get a lot of YouTube views. The live stream doesn't get as much. I'm just curious how things are going with it. I seem to get some interest, but it's like it's pretty much what you see is what you get. And I get some bizarre interest, if you know what I mean. That's kind of settled down at least for the moment, anyways. Nice little running meet. Just went clear, but yeah, I know I had one coming, but getting too dozy. Okay, dog. I forget how you... Pretty sure you can do it with the rail driver too. I just don't know. I don't have my left control key. It's one way. Cool. knew I had at least one. Okay. Funky. Oh yeah, I can see the grade there. Well, that looks like he's going uphill though. Unless I'm seeing things. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, ready. Okay, so I think that's it for me. I'm getting dozy, so I'm gonna go to bed. Call it the night. Anyways. And we'll exit that. So I'll be back on Tuesday. I'm not too sure what I'm doing yet. Maybe I might be back tomorrow night. We'll see. See what's going on. I might do some bars still. We'll see what's going on though. Take it one step at a time tomorrow. So got plenty of time tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, have a good one. Talk to you later.